I would rather
Okay.
start backwards. Right now, today, if you go to a Jewish school, or if you're an Orthodox Jew, or if you're starting to become more practicing, the book that they give you for the law is not the Talmud. You'll study the Talmud because it's something you're supposed to study, but the book that they'll give you is the Shulchan Aruch. It's like a code
A
of
set table,
a
right?
set table. Yeah, it's a code of laws, just one after another. It starts from the morning when you wake up, and then you go through more and more throughout the day, and the bathroom, and then it goes into the more complex ones that you don't usually need to know about, the laws of slaughtering, the laws of selling and loaning, all this detailed laws. It's almost like the whatever the modern law book is,
I have no idea.
the
Not
Constitution,
aware.
and all of its associated laws. Okay, so that's the way most people study law, Judaism today. Meaning, if you want to know what to do.
Yeah.
Now, even within that, you have to understand the history of those books, because those books didn't know exist, and the ones that one group studies is really is different than the group that another group studies, because different groups follow different rabbis who compiled their own versions of it, and each one has a reason why they compiled their version differently.
I hear you.
Okay, so there's different ones of these law books. Now, most of the law books are based off of earlier law books that were compiled to try to simplify all the law. So instead of you individually need to go through the Talmud, which has different opinions, and you need to know which one we go by. And the Talmud itself is a long, elaborate, amongst other things, a long, elaborate uh, uh, dialogue among sages trying to understand what the ruling is in the Mishnah, which is an earlier law book. And the Mishnah itself obviously needs to be based on the written Torah. So there's this whole evolution, and most people don't have the patience or knowledge, or can't handle all of that. And so there's just a set law book that you go by, and there's different versions of it. Okay, that's the long story short.
Cool.
But
Cool
the reason
story.
why I bring this up is because the Rambam has his version that he made a very long time ago, before the Shulchan Aruch. And
That's cool.
what I found very interesting about the Rambam is that, unlike the modern ones today that start off with the morning, like get up like a lion and do what you got to do. That's how the new ones start. His started very differently. His start with, what is God? What is the world? What is the Torah? Why should you care about any of this stuff? How does all this stuff work? How to be a healthy person? How to like find balance in your life? That's how he starts off. Doing tshuva, getting to the world to come, the different delights that it has, why you should want to do this, etc. So I find it so much more compelling, his approach to giving over the law, as opposed to a bunch of laws starting with the morning, don't be lazy. It's let me tell you about the angels.